Assalamu alaikum dear students, welcome back to my YouTube channel and that is Zohr Sir's math classes. In the previous class we have discussed about integration by partial fractions and there we have done some questions of exercise 7.5 of NCERT book regarding that particular method, and that is integration by partial fractions. So in order to apply integration by partial fractions, we must know that whether the given function which has to be integrated is a proper rational function or not, because integration by partial fractions is wholly and solely applicable to a proper rational function. A proper rational function, as I am reiterating it, is that sort of rational function in which the degree of numerator is less than the degree of denominator. So if the degree of numerator is less than the degree of denominator, it is obviously a proper rational function, and we can directly apply integration by partial fractions to that proper rational function. However, if the degree of numerator is not less than the degree of denominator, it's an improper rational function. So first we have to reduce that improper rational function to a proper rational function by a long division method and by applying the division algorithm. So far we have solved 18 questions of that exercise 7.5 of NCERT book, and there we are on question number 19, which is again based upon the integration by partial fractions, and that is integration of 2x divided by x square plus 1 into x square plus 2 into dx. जैसे मैंने कहा न्यूमरेटर कुछ भी हो सकता है, लीव दैट, take a mere look onto the denominator, and that is x square plus 1 into x square plus 2. Two factors are there, both are quadratic. So quadratic को सिंप्लीफाई करने के लिए हमें ax plus b divided by x square plus 1 लेना पड़ेगा, plus cx plus d divided by x square plus 2 लेना पड़ेगा, तो थोड़ा बहुत लेंथी होगा, इसलिए हम यहाँ पे चाहेंगे इसको थोड़ा रिड्यूस करना. तो कैसे? अगर हम x स्क्वायर को पुट कर देंगे तो सम अदर वेरिएबल t, तो लेकिन सब्स्टिट्यूशन मेथड या पुट जो हम कर रहे हैं ये हम तभी कर सकते हैं जब इसका डेरिवेटिव भी इसी इंटीग्रल में अवेलेबल हो. तो x स्क्वायर की डिफरेंशिएशन क्या होती है? 2x, तो ऑब्वियसली दैट इज प्रेजेंट देयर. सो वी विल पुट, first we will apply substitution method. So put x square is equal to t, so that since we need dx, so we have to differentiate this thing both sides with respect to x, so that x square का डेरिवेटिव आएगा 2x and t का डेरिवेटिव आएगा with respect to x, that is dt upon dx. Implies separating the variables we get 2x dx must be equal to dt, right? Therefore हमारा ओरिजिनल इंटीग्रल जो है that is actually 2x dx divided by x square plus 1 into x square plus 2, and that can be written as integration of 2x dx is obviously equal to dt divided by x square को पुट किया है t, so obviously it is equal to t plus 1 into t plus 2. X square plus 2 means t square plus 2. So obviously in the denominator we have now two linear factors, t plus 1 and t plus 2. Two linear non-repeated factors, different factors. When in the denominator we have two linear repeated factors, then that can be put represented in terms of its partial fractions as a divided by constant a divided by the first linear factor plus constant b divided by the second linear factor. So let 1 divided by, क्योंकि न्यूमरेटर में 1 है, so 1 divided by t plus 1 into t plus 2 dt को छोड़ो, that's the element of integration. So 1 divided by t plus 1 into t plus 2 must be equal to constant a divided by the first linear factor t plus 1 plus constant b divided by the second linear factor, and that is t plus 2. As we have discussed when we have started the concept of integration by partial fractions, we have discussed how many types of proper rational functions can we have, and we have expressed those proper rational functions in terms of their partial fractions. So you can have a look onto that lecture, and there you will get why it has been represented as a divided by t plus 1 plus b divided by t plus 2. Okay, this can be further written as implies, यहां से हम जानते हैं क्या करना पड़ता है, multiplying both sides by the denominator of LHS, and that is t plus 1 t plus 2, तो कैंसिल होके बचेगा 1 and that is equal to a into t plus 1 t plus 2 divided by t plus 1 t plus 1 t plus 1 cancel, so a into t plus 2 plus b into t plus 1 t plus 2 divided by t plus 2 t plus 2 t plus 2 cancel, so a into t plus 1. Now as usual we are keeping that equation as equation number first. So obviously from here you need to, sorry, it is b here. So from here you need to calculate the value of constant a and constant b. First we will try to find the value of this constant a. So obviously we have to eliminate this term. So this term can be eliminated by putting t equal to minus 1, because when t equal to minus 1 plus 1 is 0 and 0 into anything is 0. So this term will get eliminated. When this term will get eliminated, obviously you can find the value of constant a. So put t is equal to minus 1 in equation first, we get, put the value of t, implies we get, in the LHS we don't have any t, so it is directly equal to 1 is equal to a into, we have taken the value of t as minus 1, so minus 1 plus 2 plus, when t is equal to minus 1 plus 1 will become 0, 0 into anything is 0, so this term gets eliminated, implies 1 is equal to minus 1 plus 2 is obviously 1, 1 into a is a, so we have obtained the value of constant a as 1. Since a has been calculated and the constant and the value of that constant a is 1, now we proceed to find the value of this constant b. Constant b can be evaluated when constant a gets eliminated, and that gets eliminated only by putting t is equal to minus 2, because minus 2 plus 2 will become 0, 0 into anything is 0, and we will obviously get the value of constant b. So put t is equal to minus 2 in equation first. Put t is equal to minus 2 in equation first, we get what we get. Obviously in the LHS we don't have any t, so it is directly equal to 1, so 1 must be equal to, yes, we have taken the value of t as minus 2, so a into minus 2 plus 2, obviously this will get eliminated, so 0 plus b into, put the value of t as minus 2, so minus 2 plus 1, so implies 1 must be equal to b into minus 2 plus 1, and that's minus b, multiplying both sides by minus 1, b must be equal to minus 1. So in that way we have calculated the values of both the constants as a and b. A is equal to 1 and b is equal to minus 1. Now put the value of a here, put the value of b here, addition, they are connected by addition, separate the integrals, you can obviously find the integration in just 2 or 3 steps. Therefore original integral जो है that is 2x divided by, यहाँ पे 1 divided by t plus 1 t plus 2 dt, so 1 divided by t plus 1 into t plus 2 dt, and that must be equal to integration of 1 divided by t plus 1 t plus 2 has been expressed as a divided by t plus 1 plus b divided by, so it is a divided by t plus 1 plus b divided by t plus 2 whole dt. This can be written as, since these two functions, these two terms are connected by addition, so integral must be separated. Separate the integrals, put the value of a and b. This can be written as integration of the value of a is 1, so 1 divided by t plus 1 dt plus the value of b is minus 1, so integration of minus 1 divided by t plus 2 dt. Obviously both the integrals are in the standard form, so you can obviously locate their antiderivatives. So integration of 1 divided by t plus 1 is log of mod of t plus 1, plus into minus is minus 1 divided by t plus 2 is log of mod of t plus 2 plus c, the constant of integration. So this can be further written as, yes, log m minus log n is obviously equal to log m divided by n, so it is equal to log of mod of what is m, t plus 1 divided by what is n, t plus 2 plus c, the constant of integration, and that is further equal. The original integral was in terms of x, so we need to find the answer in terms of x as well. So that is equal to log of mod of, now put the value of t. The value of t is x square, so log of mod of x square plus 1 divided by x square plus 2 plus c, the constant of integration, and this is nothing else but the antiderivative of a function, and which is 2x divided by x square plus 1 into x square plus 2 dx. All about 19. Now we will step on to the next question of this exercise, and that is question number 20. Question number 20 of the same exercise is all about, it is all about integration of 1 divided by x into x raised to the power 4 minus 1 into dx. Integration of 1 divided by x into x raised to the power 4 minus 1 dx. Obviously this question is just the mirror image of question number 16 that we have already solved. So अगर हम यहाँ पे देखेंगे x raised to the power 4 है, तो x raised to the power 4 minus 1 को जब हम फैक्टर्स में एक्सप्रेस करेंगे तो एक बड़ी टर्म बनेगी, एक x रहेगा, फिर x स्क्वायर माइनस 1 और x स्क्वायर प्लस 1 आएगा, फिर x स्क्वायर माइनस 1 को फिर से फैक्टराइज करना है, तो थोड़ी बहुत लेंथी प्रोसेस हो जाएगी। इसलिए हम क्या करेंगे, हम x रेज़ पावर 4 को सपोज पुट कर देंगे, लेकिन x रेज़ पावर 4 को हम तभी पुट कर सकते हैं जब x रेज़ पावर x पावर 4 का डेरिवेटिव जो 4x क्यूब है वो इंटीग्रल में अवेलेबल होना चाहिए। सो 4x क्यूब को हम लेके आएंगे। 4 तो कांस्टेंट है, मल्टीपल भी कर सकते हैं, डिवाइड भी कर सकते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, लेकिन हमें x क्यूब लाना है। तो कहां से लेके आएंगे, हम x क्यूब से मल्टीपल भी करेंगे, x क्यूब से डिवाइड भी कर देंगे। सो मल्टीप्लाइंग न्यूमरेटर एंड डिनोमिनेटर, मल्टीप्लाइंग न्यूमरेटर एंड डिनोमिनेटर, multiplying numerator and denominator by x cube, x cube से मल्टीपल कर दो, we get integration of, यहां पे आएगा x cube divided by x into x cube आएगा x raised to power 4 into x raised to power 4 minus 1 into dx। अब अगर हम x raised to power 4 को पुट कर देंगे, उसका डेरिवेटिव 4x क्यूब है, लेकिन वहां पे सिर्फ x क्यूब है, सो दिस कैन बी रिटन एज 4 को डिवाइड भी कर देंगे, 4 को मल्टीपल भी कर देंगे, डिवाइडेड बाय x रेज़ टू पावर 4 इंटू x रेज़ टू पावर 4 माइनस 1 इंटू dx। इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करने का एक और तरीका भी था कि x रेज़ टू पावर 4 माइनस 1 को हम फैक्टराइज कर देते, तो हमें यहां से एक लीनियर फैक्टर, यहां से दो लीनियर फैक्टर और एक क्वाड्रेटिक फैक्टर मिल जाता। तो ऑब्वियसली लीनियर एंड क्वाड्रेटिक, a डिवाइडेड बाय लीनियर, b डिवाइडेड बाय लीनियर, c डिवाइडेड बाय लीनियर, dx प्लस e डिवाइडेड बाय द क्वाड्रेटिक, तो थोड़ी बहुत प्रोसेस जो है लेंथी हो जाती, एंड दैट इज व्हाई वी हैव ऑप्टेड टू यूज व्हाट, सब्स्टिट्यूशन मेथड। Now that is further equal. Now we can easily put x raised to power 4 to some variable t. So put x raised to power 4 is equal to t, so that differentiating both sides with respect to x, because we need dx, so this is 4x cube must be equal to dt divided by dx, implies separating the variables, it is 4x cube dx must be equal to dt। therefore हमारा ओरिजिनल इंटीग्रल जो है that is 1 divided by 4 integration of 4x cube dx divided by x raised to power 4 into x raised to power 4 minus 1, and that is equal to 1 divided by 4 integration of 4x cube dx. 4x cube dx is obviously equal to dt, so we can replace that by dt, divided by x raised to power 4, we have taken it as t, so it is t into x raised to power 4 t plus 1. Now obviously this can be further written as 1 divided by 4 integration of 1 divided by t into t plus 1 dt. Now by applying the substitution method, the given question, which was a bit complex, has been reduced to a simple integral, a simple proper rational function in which the denominator contains two factors. One is t, or this can be represented as t minus 0, and another one is t plus 1. So obviously both are linear, and in the denominator, in case of a proper rational function, when we have two linear factors, then that can be obviously expressed as a divided by the first linear factor plus b divided by the second linear factor. So let 1 divided by t into t plus 1 is equal to constant a divided by first linear factor t plus constant b divided by the second linear factor t plus 1. Now implies this can be written as, yes, multiplying both sides by t into t plus 1, we will get 1 is equal to a के साथ जब मल्टीपल कर देंगे तो ऑब्वियसली a यहाँ पे t इंटू टी प्लस 1 यहाँ पे मल्टीपल होगा, तो t और t कैंसिल होके बचेगा a इंटू टी प्लस 1 प्लस जब b के साथ मल्टीपल करेंगे t इंटू टी प्लस 1, t इंटू टी प्लस 1, t प्लस 1 कैंसिल, सो ऑब्वियसली आएगा b इंटू टी. Now as usual we are keeping that equation as equation number first. We need to calculate the value of constant a and constant b. First we will try to find the value of constant a. For that we must have to eliminate that b. अब ये b जो है, how it gets eliminated? ये कैसे eliminate होगा? By putting t is equal to 0. So we will put t is equal to 0 in equation first. Put t equal to 0 in equation first, we get, yes, 1 must be equal to a into t को put किया है 0, so 0 plus 1 plus b into t means this will become 0. So obviously we will get the value of a is equal to 1. Because 0 plus 1 is 1, a into 1 is a, so a is equal to 1. Now we will try to find the value of b. For that we have to put t equal to minus 1, because minus 1 plus 1 will become 0 and a gets eliminated. When a gets eliminated, obviously we can find the value of constant b. Now put t is equal to minus 1 in equation first. We get, yes, what we get? Obviously in the LHS we don't have any t, so 1 is equal to, this will become 0 plus b into minus 1. B into minus 1 is minus b is equal to 1, so b is obviously equal to minus 1. So we obtained the value of a as 1 and b as minus 1. Put the value of a here, put the value of b here. It is 1 by t, integration is log of mod of t. Put the value of b here, minus bahar aayega, so it is log of mod of t plus 1. So log of mod of t minus log of mod of t plus 1. And finally you have to replace what? T by x raised to the power 4. So therefore integral जो actually है, that is 1 divided by 4, integration of 1 divided by t into t plus 1 dt. That can be written as 1 divided by 4 integration of. Now instead of 1 divided by t into t plus 1, 1 divided by t into t plus 1, we can write a divided by t. So a divided by t plus b divided by t plus 1 whole dt. If you want to pen down, take the screenshot first. So it is 1 by 4 integration of a divided by t plus b divided by t plus 1 dt. This can be further written as 1 divided by 4 integration of, separate the integrals, put the value of a and b. It is 1 divided by t dt. b has its value as minus 1, so minus bahar aayega, matlab minus times integration of 1 divided by t plus 1 into dt. So obviously that is equal to 1 divided by 4. Integration of 1 by t dt is obviously log of mod of t. Minus times 1 by t plus 1 has its integration as log of mod of t plus 1. plus c, the constant of integration. And that is equal to 1 divided by 4 log m minus log n is obviously equal to log of mod of m by n, that is t divided by t plus 1 plus c. Now since t has its value as x square, so replace t by x square. Implies, or that's equal to 1 divided by 4 log of mod of the value of t is x raised to the power 4 divided by x raised to the power 4 plus 1 plus c, which is nothing else but the antiderivative of a function, and that was 1 divided by x into x raised to the power 4 minus 1. We have just solved this question in just 3 or 4 or 5 steps. लेकिन जब आप इसे फैक्टराइज करोगे, नो डाउट आंसर तो यही आएगा, बट इट विल टेक much more time. So that was all about question number 20. Now we will switch on to the next question, and that is question number 21 up from the same exercise. Question number 21 is all about integration of 1 divided by e raised to the power x minus 1 into dx. Obviously this question cannot be directly solved by integration by partial fractions, because we don't have linear factors in the denominator. In the denominator we have got e raised to the power x minus 1, which is obviously a natural exponential function. So this cannot be directly solved by integration by partial fractions. So what we have to do, अगर हम e पावर x को पुट करेंगे यहाँ पे, तो इसका डेरिवेटिव जो होता है दैट इज e पावर x, लेकिन e पावर x वहां पे न्यूमरेटर में कहीं पे अवेलेबल नहीं है, तो इसलिए हम कोशिश करेंगे न्यूमरेटर में भी लाना व्हाट e पावर x और e रेज़ टू पावर माइनस x. तो सपोज हम न्यूमरेटर को भी डिवाइड करेंगे e पावर x से और डिनोमिनेटर को भी डिवाइड करेंगे e पावर x से, तो उससे क्या होगा, टेक अ लुक. Dividing numerator and denominator by dividing numerator and denominator by dividing numerator and denominator by e power x. What we will get? We get integration of 1 divided by e raised to the power x whole divided by e raised to the power x minus 1 divided by e power x into dx, and that can be written as integration of 1 divided by e raised to the power x. e का पावर है प्लस x, तो न्यूमरेटर में बनेगा माइनस x, so this can be written as e raised to the power minus x divided by e power x divided by e power x is obviously 1 minus 1 divided by e power x is obviously e power minus x into dx. Now take a mere look on this integral. It has been automatically reduced to the standard form. Why? Because if we will consider 1 minus e power minus x as f of x, अगर हम f of x को ये 1 minus e raised to power minus x को कंसिडर करेंगे as f of x, तो फिर अगर इसकी डिफरेंशिएशन कर देंगे, डेरिवेटिव निकालेंगे, तो 1 का आएगा 0 माइनस टाइम्स e पावर माइनस x का आएगा e पावर माइनस x into minus 1, because we are talking about the differentiation. So obviously minus into minus is plus e power minus x plus e power minus x, so this is obviously f dash x, this is f of x. So it has taken the shape of integration of f dash x divided by f of x dx, and integration of f dash x divided by f of x dx, we have proved the result, that is directly equal to log of mod of f of x plus c. So its integration is directly equal to log of mod of f of x, that is 1 minus e power minus x plus c, because we will give the reason for that, and that is integration of f dash x divided by f of x dx, and that is directly equal to log of mod of f of x plus c, the constant of integration, right? So log of mod of 1 minus e raised to the power minus x plus c is nothing but the antiderivative of 1 divided by e power x minus 1 into dx. Take out the screenshot if you want to pen down it. So it is all about question number 21. Now move on to the next, and that is question number 22 of the same exercise. And question number, the penultimate question probably of this exercise. Yes, the question number 22, the penultimate question of this exercise, and that's a multiple choice type. And it is all about, 22 is all about integration of x divided by x minus 1, integration of x divided by x minus 1 into x minus 2 dx. Pretty simple question this one is. X divided by x minus 1 x minus 2 dx. न्यूमरेटर को छोड़ो, आ जाओ डिनोमिनेटर पे. Denominator contains two factors, both are linear and non-repeated. So if in the denominator, it is obviously a proper rational function, no need to discuss about that. Why? Because the degree of numerator is 1 and the degree of denominator is x into x is x square. So 1 is obviously less than 2, degree of numerator is less than the degree of denominator, obviously a proper rational function. And in that proper rational function, we have got the denominator, and in the denominator, we have two linear non-repeated factors. Take a look on to the lecture that we have discussed about proper rational functions and the representation of their partial fractions. If in the denominator we have two linear factors non-repeated, then that can be expressed in terms of this partial fractions as, yes, let x divided by x minus 1 into x minus 2 is equal to constant a divided by the first linear factor x minus 1 plus constant b divided by the second linear factor x minus 2. So obviously this can be written as multiplying both sides by x minus 1 x minus 2. So x must be equal to a into x minus 2 plus b into x minus 1. Keep it as equation number first as usual. So obviously you have to find the value of constant a, constant b. You can locate the value of constant a by putting x equal to 1. Because 1 minus 1 is 0, this will get eliminated, you can get the value of a. And put x equal to 2, 2 minus 2 is 0, you will get the value of b. Substitute the value of a here, substitute the value of b here. Separate the integrals. Take constant b, जब a और b यहाँ से value आएगा, constant है, बाहर आएगा 1 divided by x minus 1 की integration log of mod of x minus 1 और 1 divided by x minus 2 की integration log of mod of x minus 2. Put the value of a, b, separate the integrals, find the integration, and that will be your final result. So obviously a pretty simple question. So you can proceed it from here. No need to waste our precious time on the thing that we have already solved or that we have already discussed. So next we have the last question of this exercise, and that is 23, is all about integration of 1 divided by x into x square plus 1 dx. Again, pretty simple question. In the numerator we have 1, so the degree of numerator is 0 because the degree of a constant polynomial is always 0. Divided by x into x square is x cube, the degree of numerator is 1, the degree of denominator is 3, so it is obviously a proper rational function. And if it's a proper rational function, look on to the denominator, there we have two factors, x a linear factor and x square plus 1 a quadratic factor. But we have to check whether the quadratic factor can be factorized or not. X square plus 1 is that sort of factor which cannot be factorized. So obviously we have one linear factor and another quadratic factor. So according to representation of partial fractions, this can be represented in terms of its partial fractions as a divided by linear factor x plus bx plus c divided by the unfactorized quadratic factor x square plus 1. So let 1 divided by x into x square plus 1 is equal to constant a divided by x plus linear factor bx plus c divided by the quadratic factor unfactorized x plus 1. Multiplying both sides by x into x square plus 1, we will get, यहाँ पे बचेगा x, sorry 1, so 1 must be equal to a into x or x cancel, so a into x square plus 1 plus bx plus c into, yes, x square plus 1 cancel, so b into x. Find the value of a, find the value of b, find the value of c, either by substitution or by equating the coefficients on both sides. Put the value of a here, put the value of b here, put the value of c here, separate the integrals, apply integration. You can easily find the result, and that is just a homework for you. So you can proceed this question in order to find its answer and match it with already mentioned in the options of question number 23. So that was all about 22 and 23. The last two questions of this exercise, and that's all about the exercise. Now that is all about, we have about the method, and that is integration by partial fractions. Now we will discuss the last method that we have in our content, and that is integration by parts. But that integration by parts is again an important method, and the questions relating to that are pretty interesting. But that integration by partial fractions and the regarding examples, the regarding questions from the exercise of NCERT book, that we will discuss in the next class.